equations of motion. There are the equations of motion are the for the linear motion. The parameters you have seen: initial velocity is u, final velocity is v, time is t, s is distance covered, and a is acceleration. So you have learned these five physical quantities you have learned. Now equations of motion gives the relation between these five quantities. Relation between initial velocity, final velocity, time, distance covered, and acceleration are called as equations of motion. There are three equations of motion with the number you have to remember those. First one is velocity time relation or speed time relation, velocity or speed time relation. This is v is equal to u plus at. Final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration into time. Second is position time relation. So it gives a position that means distance covered. So s is equal to u into t plus half a t square. S distance covered is equal to u initial velocity into time duration plus 1 by 2 into acceleration into square of time. So this is the second relation, position. It is called as position time graph or position time relation. And the third equation of motion is position and velocity and position relation. This is equal to v square is equal to u square plus 2as. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is the third equation of motion. So this is first equation of motion. It will remain always first. You cannot interchange the positions. So first equation of motion is always v is equal to u plus at. Second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square. And third equation of motion is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So these are the three equations of motion. These are all equations of motions are valid for, means we are using it for uniformly accelerated motion. These are all used for uniformly accelerated motion, not for uniform motion, not for uniform motion. Uniform motion, you have the formula v is equal to s by t. This is only for uniform motion. Other than this, nothing is there for uniform motion, because there is no change in the speed or velocity, so therefore there is no acceleration. So only uniform motion, you are using only this formula. For finding distance covered in uniformly accelerated motion, we cannot use this formula. This formula is not used when the speed is continuously changing. It is not uniform. Then we cannot use this formula. We have to use this formula to find out distance covered. These are all are applicable for uniformly accelerated motion. Okay. Clear. Now we have to derive these all three equations of motion. We have to derive. First, write down this three equations of motion. We have to derive this. First, write down. Done.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, की किसको बोलना?
Completed.
Ma'am, just 1 minute.
Ma'am, done.
Now, for deriving this, for the derivation, we have to consider a situation. We have to derive all these equations of motion from the distance time graph. Sorry, velocity time graph, speed time graph. By using speed time graph, we have to derive all these equations of motion. So we have to consider a condition, an object which is moving with initial velocity of u meter per second. It accelerates now, that means it increases speed, accelerates at the rate of a meter per second square. That is, it changes its velocity to v meter per second in time t seconds. And in this interval, it will cover a distance of s meters. It will cover distance is equal to s meters. Now we have to take an object which is moving with the initial velocity of u. So how the graph looks like? This is, we have to draw the velocity time graph because there is a change in velocity we have to show. So for that thing, we need a velocity time graph. Here no values. Values are u, v, a and s. So it starts from 0. Time is on x-axis in seconds. Speed is on y-axis in meter per second. Initial velocity is u meter per second. And it is uniformly accelerates. It accelerates uniformly. That means here for acceleration, uniformly accelerated motion, which type of a graph we will get?
Uniformly accelerated motion.
Motion, which type of a graph we will get? Graph looks like?
Ma'am, it will
Linear
go
graph.
straight.
It's a straight line, inclined. But it is not starting from 0. It is moving with the initial velocity is given u meter per second. So this value is u meter per second. And now it is uniformly accelerates. That means we will get the inclined line, inclined graph. That is a straight line, but it is inclined. Like this one, you will get it. So this speed increases, speed keep on increasing and reaches to v meter per second. Reaches to v meter per second in time interval of t seconds. That t can be anything. In t seconds, the speed changes to v meter per second, right? Now this is the graph. Now using this graph, we have to derive 3 equations of motion. This is a velocity time graph. So can you tell me from velocity time graph how to find out acceleration? Uniformly accelerated motion. From that, how to find out acceleration? Acceleration from velocity time graph. Yes, Rajashri?
V minus u by t.
So it is change in velocity by time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Change in velocity in given interval of time. So what is a change in velocity? What is the initial velocity is? U meter per second. And now after time t, how much speed is changed? It changes to v. So v minus u by t is the acceleration. Now we have to keep on simplifying this equation. T will transfer to LHS. So A into T is equal to V minus U. This minus U will transfer on LHS again. It will become plus U. So AT plus U is equal to V. So this in a proper order, if we write V is equal to U plus AT. This is the first equation of motion. Is it clear? This is already you have learned. Only the simplification we have to do so that we can convert that equation in terms of velocity and time. So value final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration into time. This is the first equation of motion. and these are 3 derivations are asked for 5 marks. Altogether 5 marks, or only position time graph. Only position time graph if it is asked, it is for 3 marks will be asked, and every exam that question will be there.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you just repeat it again?
What?
The acceleration.
Acceleration is equal to change in velocity. Acceleration is what? Change in velocity divided by time. So what is the change in velocity from the graph? Initially, what is the velocity? Yes, what is the initial velocity? Who asked me this question?
Ma'am,
Yeah, Manish.
V.
Initial velocity.
Initial velocity is V, ma'am.
Where is V? Initially from graph from where started? From 0 second, what is the speed? What is the speed when initial when value time is 0?
U, ma'am.
It's u, and then it is keep on increasing. As the time increases, the speed goes on increasing here, here, here. Finally, in time t second, what is the final velocity?
V.
V. So change in velocity, that is final velocity minus initial velocity. So what is final velocity? V minus initial velocity u by time. So t will go this side. So a into t is equal to v minus u. And this minus u will transfer again on the RHS side. So that is u plus at. So v is equal to u plus at. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am. Ma'am, can you scroll up a bit?
Who needs? Wait, I'm explaining one. Okay, fine, write down this part first. This description, every time for all the graphs you have to explain. Whenever derivation is asked, that statement carries 1 mark. So only drawing diagram and proving will not work out. Is it clear? Done? The first part done. Graph, draw the graph.
Ma'am,
Yes.
during examination, we should draw the diagram, the proving part.
Yes, you have to. You have to. That carries marks.
Okay.
Without this diagram, you cannot prove anything.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So every time like during exam also we solve this question, we have to show like how we derived it.
Yes. There's no, while solving questions, numerical questions, you are not using, they have no, there is not needed to use this method. Here only derivation and then equations of those equations we are directly using for solving numericals. But the question is asked for 3 marks, derive position time relation. Question is derive position time relation. So position time relation is second equation of motion. So for deriving second equation of motion, you need a graph.
Right.
And for the graph, only you cannot draw a graph. You have to explain what that graph is about. which graph you have drawn, what is the motion, what that's you have to mention. That is, u is the initial velocity, is u meter per second. Object is moving with the initial velocity of u meter per second. After time t, the speed changes to v meter per second. That means it accelerates with the acceleration of a meter per second square, and the distance covered in time this time duration is s meters. So this you have to explain, otherwise you will lose mark. And especially NCFE, they are very keen to cut marks. They are not thinking to give you marks. They are always checking out where you have done mistake. So that is we can cut marks. And they won't cut marks for half anywhere. Full 1 mark on. They will directly cut 1 mark. Okay. Actually, in different books or even some of the teachers, to explain it more other than NCRT, they want to go beyond NCRT. So they will confuse you for finding acceleration. So acceleration is calculated. Now first write down this, then I will make, again I will confuse. I will also confuse you. Because otherwise when school starts and they will explain you, you will again confuse me at that time. So better I will confuse you right now. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Now here in different books or different teachers also, something to do extra, they will do some other methods to finding acceleration. This is the simplest method. You understood this method, how to find out acceleration from the graph?
Yes, ma'am.
From the graph you have solved different questions also, you got it answer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
problem is teachers don't want you to do this method some of the times. Some teachers, not all teachers, some of the teachers. The method is actually method which is used for further classes, not in class 9th. The acceleration from this linear graph, if you want to calculate any value, you have to calculate the slope of a line. Acceleration is equal to slope of a line. So what is slope of a line? Is actually the ratio between the vertical distance and horizontal distance. Slope of a line, that means at what angle it is inclined to the x-axis. That we have to calculate. So for that, what we have to do, we have to draw one horizontal line from the zero value. From anywhere you want to calculate the acceleration. From that one horizontal line, we have to draw one right triangle. We have to make one right triangle. So I will start from this one only. So this is right triangle. We have drawn perpendicular. So this is now right triangle. Consider this point is A, this point is B, this point is C. So slope of this graph, that means in right triangle, by making a right triangle, the vertical distance divided by horizontal distance is called a slope of a line. This is equal to vertical distance by horizontal distance. Vertical height actually. It is called rise by base. In some words it is called as rise. Rise means a vertical height. Instead of vertical distance, it is vertical height divided by horizontal distance. So this is the slope of the line, and from the slope of line you can calculate the acceleration. Now in this triangle ABC, what is the vertical distance? Vertical height is
Ma'am,
BC.
BC.
BC is the vertical height divided by
BC,
what is
sorry.
the horizontal distance?
AC.
AB.
AC. AC, not
Sorry,
AB.
AC. AC.
So BC distance, how to calculate BC distance? B is at V value, C is at U value. So what is the distance between these two?
V minus U.
Minus U.
It is V minus U and divided by AC. A is at 0, C is at T. So what is the distance between these two?
T.
T.
T minus 0. So acceleration A is equal to V minus U by T. So generally some of the teacher, to prove something extra, they will show this method, which is generally used for higher classes, not for class 9th. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. But should we write this now?
Write it down, because when that time you will again come back to me that is teacher told me this method and now
Ma'am.
teach me, that will be the difficult at that time. Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain again?
Slope of a line is the formula of slope of a line is vertical height by horizontal distance. By making a right triangle, you have to make a right triangle first in given duration of a time. So whatever the duration of a time is given, you have to make a right triangle by drawing horizontal line from one point. And then in that right triangle, it is applicable only for right triangle. By making right triangle, take a vertical height and divide with the horizontal distance. In a right triangle, that is perpendicular by base. So perpendicular BC is the perpendicular distance and base is AC distance. So perpendicular by base is called as, it is considered as a slope of a line, and slope of a line will give the value of acceleration.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
is this only possible for linear graph?
Yeah, linear graph. Only for line, slope can be calculated by this formula.
Okay, ma'am.
Only for straight line equations, straight lines. And for that, you need to make a right triangle. Okay, so write it down side and the other side. The first method I taught you, that is in NCERT book, and the second method is there in other books. Some of the other books, reference books, this is present.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, just a minute.
Yes, Navika, you have any doubt?
Ma'am, could you please scroll a bit up? I was disconnected in between.
Okay. Then from the same graph, we have to prove the second equation of motion.
Ma'am, can you just scroll a little bit up?
What happened?
Just a minute.
Write faster, it's, that much time is not needed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here, now from this graph, we have to calculate the second equation of motion. Same graph, no changes. Only this horizontal line we keep drawing. This is point A, this is point O, A, B, C, and this is point D. This is O, and this is point D we will consider. And then for finding distance covered, how to find a distance covered from the graph? Yes, Tarun. How to find out distance covered from the graph?
Ma'am, we have to see like the point which we have, and then we have to calculate the area, like the figure which it is forming. So that
Okay,
is the
so
distance.
only distance covered is equal to area below the line, right?
Ma'am.
Area below line. Line is, our graph is only AB. All other lines we have for our reference we have drawn to show those values. So graph is only AB. Straight line shows uniformly accelerated motion. Now below AB, which figure is present? So now this is a full figure. So now this full figure area, how to calculate? Two ways we can calculate. One by finding the area of trapezium. ABDO is a trapezium, one way. And the second way, we can calculate the area by taking the triangle and rectangle area. That way, can we draw? Well, can we find out the area?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we find out this full area by taking the area of rectangle plus area of triangle?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are using that method of splitting the full figure into two parts. That is, one is the area of rectangle
And area of right triangle.
OACD plus area of triangle ACB. Area of rectangle formula is L into B. Area of triangle half into base into height. Now length is for this one. Which dimension measures the length in rectangle? OD. Length is measured in the terms of OD and height is AO plus half. In triangle, base, what is the base? AC is a base. And what is the height?
BC.
BC. Now write the mention. Distance covered is S. S is equal to OD distance. How much is the OD distance? D is at point T and O is at point 0. So distance between these two is? What is the distance between OD?
T minus 0.
T minus 0. OA is, O to A is, O is at point 0 and A is at point U. So
U
it
minus
is
0.
Q minus U.
U minus 0 plus half AC. A is at point 0. AC means horizontal distance. So when we are calculating the horizontal distance, we have to keep the x-axis value. So A is at 0 point, C is at T point. So AC distance is
Minus O.
T minus
Minus
0.
0.
And then BC. B vertical distance we have to calculate. So we check on y-axis. B is at V and C is at U value.
U.
So what is the distance between BC?
V minus,
V minus U.
It is V minus U. So now simplify this. T minus 0 is T into U minus 0 is U plus half into T into V minus U. So this is, if you write in a proper order, U into T plus half T. And now V minus U value we have to calculate. Check the first equation of motion. What is the value of V minus U?
80.
80. So we have to substitute that. So here it is, the value is A into T. So mention here, from first equation of motion, V minus U is equal to 80. So that we have substituted, and then simply write in a proper order. S is equal to U into T plus half A. T into T will become T square. So this is the second equation of motion, also called as position-time relation. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
This is asked for 3 marks. If they won't ask all 5, so at least these 3, this one, the second equation of motion generally asked. All schools.
Ma'am, I can't see the screen.
Others are able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
So you have to log off and log in again.
Okay, ma'am. 2 minutes. Ma'am, please don't remove the screen.
Yes, Naima, I'm not removing.
Yes, ma'am. Now I can see. Done, ma'am.
Red pen. Yes, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Done, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, then for third equation of motion, again we are using the same graph. Now here we will use find out the distance covered, but by area distance covered you have to calculate by finding the area below the line, and that too we are not doing now two different figures. We are using only one figure, that is a trapezium, area of trapezium we will do. So this part is not needed. Okay, this is a graph. We cannot.
So we need not draw AC, right?
AC is not needed.
Okay.
I'm not
ma'am.
able to erase it. You can. Now distance covered. We are using the same thing, that is distance covered is equal to area below the line. And this is area we have to calculate by using the area of trapezium. OAB, this point is D. OAB, this is area. So area of trapezium is half into sum of parallel sides into height. Half into base into A plus B into H. So half. What are the parallel sides here? This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So these two are the parallel. Two lines are perpendicular to the same line. That means they are parallel to each other. So OA is one parallel side. So length OA you need. And the second one BD is another parallel side. So BD's length is needed. And the perpendicular distance between them. The perpendicular distance between two parallel lines. That is OD. So height is OD. So half distance covered is S is equal to OA. OA value is, what is the value OA?
U minus 0.
U minus 0, right? Then BD, full BD,
V minus 0.
V minus 0. OD, O to D is
T minus 0.
T minus
T
0.
minus 0.
Now half U plus V into T. This is S. Now T value we have to again find out from the first equation of motion. We have the value of here, first equation of motion, leave it. First equation of motion is V is equal to U plus AT, right? From this, find the value of T. So U will first shift on left hand side. V minus U is equal to A into T. Now what is the value of T? A will go down here as a division.
V minus U upon
minus
A.
U by A.
V minus U by A is there. So this value of T we have to substitute in the above equation. So S is equal to half. Here can we write V plus U? Can we write?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Now value of T is V minus U by A. Right? And then now take A. A and 2 are in the denominator. So we can write together. So what is left in the bracket? V plus U into V minus U. So what is the product? V plus U into V minus U is?
V square
minus U
minus U
square.
square. Plus U
Square
square.
minus U square. So this 2A will shift to our left hand side. So it will become 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. Now this minus U square, transfer it on LHS. So it is 2AS plus U square is equal to V square. So write in a proper order. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. This is the third equation of motion. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Method clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you scroll it up to the graph?
1 second.
Ma'am, could you scroll it down?
Yes.
Ma'am, in both the equations, we are finding the area of the trapezium, right?
First equation, we are not finding area of trapezium. We are
But then in
dividing.
the second and third,
Yeah, actually it is area of trapezium, but found out by adding two different areas.
ma'am, but then if we are finding for the same trapezium, the answer should be same for both the things.
Yeah, answer will remain same. Only thing, the formula will change. And that is only we have done. In the first part, we have included T, and the second part, we have removed T. Finding one area, but by different methods.
Ma'am, can you scroll it down? Ma'am, could you scroll it down? Ma'am, done.
Ma'am, done.
Ma'am, done.
Done.
Okay. Now these equations of motion we have to use and find out the different values required asked in a questions. So numerical problems. Theory part of this chapter done. There is now no theory after this. So there is only numericals left out. So we have to solve the numericals based on these three equations of motion. One second, let me copy the questions. This is the first question. A car acquires a velocity of 72 km per hour in 10 seconds, starting from rest. Calculate acceleration, average velocity, and distance covered. So remember one thing, whenever the object starts from rest, so before this I'll write it, always remember, that is when object starts from rest. In that case, initial velocity is 0. And if object stops after covering certain distance, stops, that means final velocity is 0. So in that case, final velocity is 0. And in the first case, when the object is starting from rest, the value of u is 0. When object stops, the value of v will be 0. It's clear? So now we have to start with the question. First, we always has to write the given things. What are the things given? Then we will get the idea which equation we have to use. The car acquires a speed of 72 km per hour in 10 seconds starting from rest. So object has started from rest and gained the speed of 72 km per hour in 10-second duration. So it is starting from the rest. That means initial velocity is 0. U is equal to 0 meter per second. Now after time t, that is 10 seconds, the speed has been changed. So that means that is a final velocity is equal to 72 km per hour. So this 72 km per hour we have to convert into
Meter per second.
Meter per second.
meter per second. So that is how to do 72 into
5 by 18.
5 by 18. 18 4s are 5 into 4, 20 meter per second is the value of V. Okay. So now anything else we have? No. So what are the things we have to calculate? First, you have to calculate acceleration, average velocity, and the third one, distance traveled, that is S. So for acceleration, we can use our older formula or the first equation of motion. So first part, A is equal to V minus U by T. So what is V? 20.
20.
U 0. Divided by time is 10. 20 by 10, which is 2 meter per second square. Is the acceleration. Now second, average velocity. For average velocity, what is the formula?
Total displacement upon time taken.
Total displacement by time taken. Can you find out displacement here anywhere? Is it a uniform motion? It's non-uniform motion, but no, here Average velocity, we cannot find out displacement because no information about the displacement is given here. So in this case, we have to use a second formula of average velocity. Check out which formula of average velocity I have given you. Two formulas of average velocity I have given. I have already gave you. Can you check?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, v square is equal to u square plus 2.
No. First, average
Ma'am, v is
velocity
equal
part.
to v is
Average
equal to
velocity.
t plus u.
Average velocity, average.
Oh,
When displacement, instead of displacement, one more formula I have given.
Initial velocity minus final velocity by 2.
Plus, not minus.
Oh, sorry, plus.
V plus u or u plus v by 2. So when there is a once only the velocity has changed, there is one time velocity change is given, we can use this formula. So v is 20, u is 0 by 2, that is 10 meter per second. And third one, we have to calculate s. For finding s, what we have to use the formula? Which formula we have to use?
ma'am, second equation of motion.
Second equation of motion. Prithvi, log out and log in again. S is equal to half at square. So S we have to calculate u, initial velocity is 0. Time is 10 plus half. What is acceleration? We already have calculated. That is 2. Time is 10 square means 10 into 10. So this 2 cancel. 0 into 10. 0 into 10.
0.
0.
0. Most of the students write here 10. And when I will take the test, I will also see half of the students have written 10 into 0 is 10. And 10 into 10, 100. So 0 plus 100 is 100. So S is equal to, that is distance covered is equal to 100 meters. Is it clear how to find out? Is the question clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Write down the question and then write solution.
Done, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, done.
Okay, wait
I'm
for
done.
others. Wait for others.
Ma'am, can you scroll down?
Others, have you written the questions?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down?
Could you scroll up? Thank you.
Ma'am, can you please scroll down?
Ma'am, done.
अरे अच्छा.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
A ball is initially moving with a velocity of 0.5 meter per second. Its velocity decreases at the rate of 0.05 meter per second square. How much time it need to stop? And how much distance it will travel before it stops? It stops. Ball is initially moving with 0.5 meter per second. That means initial velocity is 0.5 meter per second. At the rate of, that means decreases at the rate, that means this is a acceleration.
0.05 meters.
Acceleration is 0.05 meter per second square. If you are confused, always check the unit. So meter per second square is the unit of acceleration. So A, and then you have to calculate t value, time duration. It stops. That means object has stopped after time t seconds. So what does that mean? What information does it give? What information does it give? That is, object has stopped.
It has
Come to rest. That means what? V is equal to 0
0.
now.
Yes, ma'am.
So V value is 0. You have to calculate the distance covered, S also. So you have to calculate T and you have to calculate S. You have V, A and U value. So use the formula, first equation of motion. V is equal to U plus AT. So V is 0. U is 0.5. A is 0.05 into T. So now here it is decreasing. So that value is, acceleration will be negative. Because this is negative because it is retardation. So therefore it is minus value. So we have to use minus value. 0.5 minus 0.05 t is equal to 0. So this value 0.05 t will transfer other side as a plus. 0.05 t is equal to 0.5. T is equal to 0.5 divided by 0.05. Multiply with 100, multiply with 100. So this is 50 divided by 5. That is 10 seconds is the t value. And by knowing t, v, u, anything, you can use either second equation or first equation you can use. I will use third equation. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. U is 0.5 into 0.5. V is 0 plus 2 minus 0.05 into s. So this is 0.25 minus 0.1 s. So this minus 0.1 s transfer other side. 0.1 s is equal to 0.25. S is equal to 0.25 by 0.1. Multiply with 100, multiply with 100. So this will become 25 divided by 10. So this is 5 by 2.
2.5 by 10, right?
2.5.
No, ma'am, it's
Multiplying
2.5.
with 100.
We can even multiply. We are supposed to multiply with 10, right?
In 10 also you can multiply. It doesn't
Okay,
matter. So 2.5 is this many meters. S is equal to 2.5 meter. But remember, acceleration is reducing. So value of A you have to consider negative. Retardation. So retardation you have to consider as minus value. Right, faster and deep.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, tomorrow class will
Thank
not be
you.
there, ma'am.
Tomorrow class is not there. I will give you information what I need to check out. I will send you the message about tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can
Ma'am?
you scroll down?
Yeah.
Like the previous one,
Hmm.
the average velocity is v minus u by 2.
V plus V, U plus V by 2.
Okay, so
Addition.
that's a formula.
Yeah, that is a formula for average velocity. If there is a non-uniformly accelerated motion and velocity changes one time only, then
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
only we have to use that formula.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.